What we've been noticing and what we share back and forth us all the time, and we get so frustrated, you guys see things on the internet of guys, different hitting coaches teaching different styles. Usually what you see is some kid or some person or some pro hitter doing a certain drill, and you go, that's interesting. You just look at it. There's no context as to why he's doing the drill. Nobody knows. What happened last game? What did his last 30 at bats look like? I see guys that people go, look at this feel of this guy, this feel that this guy's doing, whatever it is. He's doing a scissor move, he's doing this. And you look up the guy on the internet and he's batting 180 in single A. And I think to myself, why do I care what that guy's feel is? Why would I care what a guy batting 180 in single A, why would I care what his particular feel is? Has nothing to do with me. Maybe he's struggling with inside pitches and I have no problem hitting an inside pitch.
I just want to give you information about what you do, all right, and what we see that we think could help you improve long term, okay? There's a lot of different, like guys are all different, you all move differently, okay? So you're gonna hear us say things to one guy that's completely different from what we're telling somebody else.
The point of what we're doing here is think about getting one thing from this 2 hours that we have spending here. Usually it's a verbal cue, a thought, something that Casey told you. Shoot, he told me something about my direction that I was spinning off, and he told me this one thing, and I'm gonna gotta work on that one thing in VP. It's too hard to think about making 16 different adjustments. What your swing is, what you brought here, now just tweak one tiny thing, bring a thought in there, whatever is consistency. Hey guys, I'm out here with Lucas over here where you from, Lucas?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Lucas came to our hitting clinic over at Out Front Hitting with Casey Smith and Code Red. And before we came to Alabama over here, we're on the field at Alabama here. Tell us a little bit about what you were struggling with hit as far as hitting goes before the clinic, walking into it.
Sure, so I feel like recently my front arm's been getting disconnected from my body, and that's not creating lag, which creates whip and power. And I feel like I've been able to consistently get solid contact, which is the point of hitting, get solid contact every at bat.
Were your misses, did you feel like when you missed, were you missing under the ball or over more?
More under, definitely a lot of pop-ups that just led to outs, especially with a wood bat. The ball didn't travel as far, and you can't get under the ball.
You see that chest want to come up and out, stay down, stay behind it. Really keep your chest behind your front side. Why do you put your foot down early? So you put it down, and then you drift over it. What's happening is watch you fall, see how your body weight falls into this front side, even though the foot's already down, and then what do you see going first? Hands and upper body, yeah. Controlling the forward move so that you swing your foot down, and then we gotta work on your posture too. We'll go ISO first, meaning you're gonna go no lower half. Then I wanna build in crossover when you come to the second cage to get you to feel riding out that back hip and then swinging your foot down instead of putting the foot down, drifting, and then firing with the upper body.
So 2 drills we did there. I did the ISO drill, which is basically a no stride with just using my hands, and then I did the crossover drill, which really helps me stay.
Show me a crossover real quick.
So crossover is right here, cross this foot over, swing the leg over, and then go.
And it helped you stay more closed?
More closed, more connected, stay loaded into that back hip, and staying more downhill with my shoulders, which helps create that barrel and backspin.
Yeah, nice.
Dude, this move right here, staying more loose, that's freaking working. I mean, it's only been a few rounds and it's seen a world of difference.
Yeah, dude. Of course, man. It's much easier for somebody else that's outside the frame looking at what you're doing. When I was growing up and we didn't have video, I depended on my teammates. And they would tell me crazy stuff. Oh, your hands are dropping. Or it looks like your back shoulder's dropping. And you had to make these adjustments off of what other people are seeing, right? A lot of times what you're feeling, because you're still hitting balls hard going, like, with more jerkiness, but as soon as you kept the same move, you just kept it more loose and more fluid. Yeah, bro, I'm glad I hooked you up, man.
Before I had a barrel tip that basically it was 2 motions, and creating it into 1 motion really helped me create more of a whip, and it was more fluid in my swing, and it definitely worked out a lot.
Anyone hit a home run? I said, he will.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, that's you staying down and behind. Instead of drift up and out of it, it was boom right there. Let's go. Yes, ah.
Kukic, you came in here earlier today. We talked about a couple of different fields. What did you take away from the whole 2 hours over here with these guys as far as something you could take a piece with you to actually help you in the future?
I learned a lot. So first thing is keeping my shoulders downhill so I can get downhill and drive to the ball more. Using my core to drive the ball more than my upper body and shoulders, and also getting more of a rhythm with my barrel tip so it's more fluid and one fluid motion instead of just all jerky and all.
Yeah, we noticed after he came over there, it was like a boom and then go, and he was still hitting balls hard, but the adjustability, like the fluidness of just, it's the same move, but just a little more paying attention to like keeping it loose. What did you see as far as he goes? I think this guy's gonna be a monster too.
Big thing I saw was at the beginning, he wasn't hitting the ball as big as his size. And so I was just trying to get him to understand, like, it doesn't really matter how big and strong you are if you're not using the right part of your body to rotate. And so once he learned how to use the core, he could flush the ball up a little bit more, as well as that downhill thing he was talking about, is he was starting to land with his shoulders up, causing him to go up and out and miss a lot of balls that he could have hit a lot harder.
Nice.
Yeah, the other thing that we worked on in here was him staying behind the front side, not to stay back, but to stay behind and stay down. When he did that, he could start to turn it loose, and that barrel path cleaned up big time.
It makes us feel great work. No, but I don't think there's a better feeling than one of these guys coming back and saying, man, I put that drill in and I went, my last 30 at bats, I don't know what was going on, but whatever happened, thank you, because I've been on the barrel a lot more. And you're feeling better about yourself. I saw you hit an absolute nuke pull side. Jimmy.
It was a great experience, and thanks to Coach Casey, Code Red, and Coach Ferber here.
You got it, buddy. Hey, good luck in the future, all right? Stay crispy out here, my guy.